Hey YouTube, Max right here. Sorry I haven't made a video for a long time, but so much going on with the end of President Trump's first week of the presidency. So let's talk about what's going on right now. Libtards are losing their mind over the immigration ban from 7 countries. And it's going around with hashtag Muslim ban, which is kind of a lie in and of itself. So I wanted to talk about some of those concepts. So, oh my goodness. Presently, we are at war with 5 of the 7 countries on that list. The stat I read that over the last 12 months, obviously under Obama, there have been 500,000 deaths caused by the bombs dropped by the United States in those countries. That is mothers and fathers without children, children without parents, brothers without sisters, sisters without brothers, and just can you imagine that maybe, possibly, in this environment, there might be some people who are really angry with the United States and would wish to cause it harm. Is that like too far beyond conceivability? So, I mean, it would be as ridiculous. I mean, Obama, I think 5 of those 7 countries, Obama has dropped bombs on every single day for the last 365 days. And yet, there was no curtailment of any kind of immigration from these places. I mean, the stupidity is overwhelming. And so now someone comes in who says, well, this looks dangerous. Let's fix it. And immediately, the libtards lose their mind. Now, the irony is, they didn't mind. No one complained with Obama dropping bombs on these countries. 5 out of the 7 countries dropping bombs on them every day. But Trump says, well, let's just not let them into our country. There might be some angry people among them. Let's figure out a way to vet them a little better. And people lose their minds. Just the hysteria of the left is so tragic. But fortunately, I mean, their hysteria is waking up many people. Now, they're causing a lot of destruction and rioting and stupidity along the way. But watching all these failed left-wing media outlets just fail faster, watching people get red-pilled, well, depending on which poll you see, some polls saying Trump's approval ratings are going up, some are saying they're staying low. I don't think any are saying they're going down. So this is just evidence that people are waking up. Imagine if in World War II, America had like an open immigration policy with happily taking tourists and people with visas from Germany. I mean, of course, there's dangers and risks associated with that. Entry into any country is a privilege. As someone who travels a lot, I've been pulled over into secondary screening a few times. It's extremely inconvenient. I really don't like it, but I like the fact that when I get to those places, I do become safe. And I understand that entry into any country that you choose to visit that you're not a citizen of is a privilege. And you have to, if they say that you are a high risk person from a high risk environment, then the burden is on you to prove why you are safe. And if you can't do that, then you should be rejected. I do sympathize with some of the people. Like, I think the implementation of this particular one may have been a little bit off kilter. I think so. It was even for green card holders who travel back and forth. They're saying they were not going to be allowed entry. I think they just reversed that, so that only lasted a day or two. And I think the implementation of this was a little bit off, which is unlike the Trump organization, who usually implement things very, very well and effectively first time around. So they might have got a few things wrong along the way, but certainly in principle, this is a great thing. And for the sake of a few hundred protesters in JFK Airport and LA Airport and a few other places like that, as I think Bill Mitchell said on Twitter, for every few hundreds of people in those airports protesting, there are tens of millions of people at home in their lounge rooms cheering. That finally there's some common sense brought into the instance of how people can and cannot come in and out of the country. So that's my thoughts on that. It's funny to watch people just lose their shit and how hypocritical they are. The fact that they've never made a peep when Obama bombed these countries, caused 500,000 deaths in 5 out of these 7 countries. And, well, Trump says not let him in, and then it's all rationale goes out the window, and all of a sudden there's rioting and protesting, all sorts of silly things. So stay tuned and watch for people to just lose their stuff as facts get presented. I think it'll follow like everything else follows. There's hysteria, people embarrass themselves as the facts start to come out, and you're not going to get it from the mainstream media, but as it takes a day or two for the information to filter through social media, and people are like, oh, this isn't a Muslim ban. Like, only of the top 10 Muslim countries in the world, only 2 of them have a temporary ban. The other 8, so Turkey, where else are we talking about? Indonesia, Nigeria. 8 of the top most populous Muslim countries in the world have not had any change in their status whatsoever in how they can come and go in America. So if you're hearing hashtag Muslim ban, you're getting fake news. So as all of these facts come out over time through social media, it just wakes more and more people up. More and more people are red pilled, and they're like, that's not the story that I was told. And so it's actually a good thing. I do, as I said, I'm a fellow traveler, so I do sympathize with the implementation of this. I don't think it was very well done, and I like if people were actually on a plane they've got the proper paperwork, they did everything they were supposed to do, they got a legal document saying they're allowed to visit the United States, they get there, and then they're turned around. It's legally okay. I know it's technically okay. I don't think it's particularly kosher, but so I do sympathize with the implementation this time. I don't think it was great, but in principle, the idea is absolutely excellent. And so that's what I have to say about that. Take care, guys. Please subscribe. We'll hopefully start doing videos a little bit more often now, so go ahead and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.